Consistency. That's what everyone tells you. Show up every day, never break the streak, never miss. For a while, you believe it. You start a new routine. Maybe it's the gym, maybe writing, maybe learning a new skill. The first week feels powerful. Your streak grows day after day, and it feels like you're finally becoming disciplined. Then one morning you miss. Just once, you skip the gym, you don't write, you don't study. Suddenly the streak is gone and the counter resets to 0. Something strange happens next. You don't just miss one day, you miss the next one too. Within a week, the entire routine disappears and you start telling yourself a dangerous story. You think the problem is your discipline. You think you're weak, but what if the real problem isn't you at all? What if the real problem is the rule itself? The perfectionism trap. The world sells us a robotic idea of success. Perfect routines, perfect habits, perfect discipline. The expectation is simple. Perform every single day without fail. But humans are not machines. We get tired, distracted, overwhelmed. Life interrupts our plans constantly. When your perfect routine finally breaks, your brain reacts in a predictable way. It tells you the streak is already ruined, so missing one more day doesn't matter. That single crack spreads quickly. Soon the habit collapses completely. This happens not because you lack motivation, but because perfection creates pressure. And pressure always leads to collapse. Think about a fragile glass object. It looks strong and flawless, but it's actually delicate. One crack and the entire structure shatters. That's how most routines are built. They look disciplined on the outside, but they're too fragile to survive a single mistake. The anti-fragile principle. Nature works very differently. Look at a forest. Storms hit it every year. Branches break, leaves fall, and the ground shakes with heavy winds. Yet the forest doesn't collapse. It adapts. It grows stronger. Philosophers describe this as being anti-fragile. Not fragile and not simply strong, but systems that actually improve when they face stress. The most successful people in the world build their habits the same way. They don't rely on perfect streaks. They build routines that can survive mistakes. Success isn't about never falling down. It's about how quickly you stand back up. The fragile mindset sees a mistake and says, "I failed." The anti-fragile mindset sees the same mistake and says something much simpler. Continue. The action plan. There is a rule that solves this problem, and it's surprisingly simple. It's called the 2-strike rule. The rule is clear: never miss twice. Missing once is human. Life gets messy. You get busy, tired, or distracted. But missing twice is where habits begin to die. The first miss is an accident. The second miss is the start of a pattern, and patterns slowly become identity. The 2-strike rule changes how you approach discipline. If you miss one day, nothing dramatic happens. There is no guilt and no self-criticism. But the next day you return immediately. You show up again no matter what. This simple rule removes the pressure of perfection while protecting the one thing that actually matters. The chilling conclusion. Most people build their routines like glass. They try to make them rigid, flawless, and perfect. But that kind of system is fragile. One mistake and everything collapses. The people who succeed build something completely different. They build forests, flexible systems that can bend under pressure without breaking. They don't worship streaks. They protect momentum. They don't chase perfection. They design routines that survive failure. Because the real question in life isn't whether you can stay perfect forever. The real question is much more important. How fast can you begin again? Glass shatters, forests grow back. Choose carefully.